In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Minitab 19 to create a frequency distribution table. We're going to do this homework problem as an example. Now, when we're using Minitab to do homework problems, what we need to do is copy the data from the homework problem to Minitab. And the way that we do that is with these little blue boxes that appear at the corner of data tables. So when I click on that, I see some options, and what I'm going to do is copy to Clipboard. When I click on Copy to Clipboard, this box opens up. I'm going to leave it on Tab Delimiter, and I can see that all of the data values are highlighted. So what I need to do now is copy the data. So I'm going to use Control-C on my keyboard, or you can go to Edit Copy. Then I'm going to go to Minitab and paste the data. Now, Minitab is a little bit different from Excel in that it has a separate row for headers, as you can see here. There's a row above row 1 that's separated with a dark black line. You need to pay attention to whether the data set you're using has a header or not when you're pasting it into the table. Minitab can help you with this a little bit. They'll kind of give you a reminder if they think you messed up. But looking at my data table here, I don't see any headers. It's just a list of numbers. So that means that when I paste it in, I'm going to click on row 1 and then use Control-V on my keyboard, or I could do Edit Paste to paste in the data. So now I have the data pasted into Minitab. What I'm going to do to create the table is go to Stat and then go down to Tables and go over to Tally Individual Variables. Now in this menu, what I need to do is select the column that contains the data that I want. In this case, my worksheet only contains one column of data. But if I had more things in here, more columns filled in, then you would see more columns on the list. What you need to do is select the column that you want to use, and then you need to click on Select. It's not enough just to highlight it, but you need to click on Select, which will put it in that variables box. So make sure that you're doing that. And then there usually will be some options that you have to choose from. In this case, I have the option of displaying counts, percents, cumulative counts, and or cumulative percents. I can check any of these boxes. For this homework problem, I only need to use counts, but I'll click on percents as well just for fun. And then I click OK, and it's going to make my table. Now, a couple things about this table. Number one is that the table will give you the percent as like a number that would be behind a percent sign. For most of the homework problems, MyLab is going to want you to enter that as a decimal. So like for 13.33%, you would enter 0.1333. Move the decimal point 2 places to convert these percents to decimals. Another thing to notice is that any numbers that do not appear in the data set are skipped. And so you can see here I have 0 and 2. 0 and 2 appear in the data set, but 1 does not. So when I go to my homework problem over here and I'm filling in my table, in the data value 1, I would make sure to put a 0. So I can fill in these frequencies from the count column in my table and then check my answer, and that's how you do this homework problem.